Making scouting accessible to all youth is something that's really important to both Chris and myself. Our second son when he was in Cub Scouts, he had a special needs boy in his den, and they went through Cub Scouts together. And watching the level of care and mentorship and watching those boys help him succeed, I'll never forget a caving outing where they they got him through, and it was as important to them that he succeed as it was that they succeed. And that made a huge impact on me. When we got involved beyond just the troop or den level and more at the board level, it was important to both Chris and I that we extend the benefits of scouting to all kids, and not just to those who have it in their family or in their school.
My time as a scouting parent in Girl Scouts was really unique in the fact that it was before the transition. So it was a little more traditional with girls doing the more traditional girl things. I was a Girl Scout cookie mom. We sold more cookies than anybody. Imagine that. I'm a little competitive. But it was amazing. It was neat to see the kids and interacting with different troops, and it just opened up friendships that they might not have normally had. Well, I said earlier that I married a scout, so it's impacted me greatly.
Yeah. She came to scouting the hardest way, which is by joining a family that was deep in scouting. I grew up with scouting from Cub Scouts, became an Eagle Scout. Both our two oldest boys are Eagle Scouts. Watching what scouting has brought to so many people, and now with the full family, it's even more opportunity. It's an endless supply of opportunity out there, and so I've appreciated what it's done for me personally, and now I think both of us are trying to make sure that other kids that come along have those same benefits. So the Thomas Challenge is something I had worked on trying to expand recruiting in the Latino community for 10 years, and we tried a lot of things, and there were a lot of good ideas, there were a lot of energy, but there had not been a sustained effort. And so what we did is made a challenge grant to the council. Nonprofits leaned in, scouting leaned in, we leaned in with support for dedicated resources, with a goal towards doubling traditional scouting over a 5-year period, under the belief that that would help us grow advocates for scouting in our community, as well as teach us as a best case for others in the region, others in the nation. If we could make that happen, it was going to benefit a lot of people. And so that's where we started, and we're still plugging at it.
Parenting is hard. It does not come with any type of instruction manual. And I think that when parents get kids involved in something like scouting, that when you break down the oath in scouting, at no point does it say me. And I think we live in a society that's very me-centered and me-focused. And when you look at what scouting really does, and I've always believed this, it teaches discipline. And I think that is what the youth need more than anything.
Putting service focus in our lives, I think, is probably, Chris and I both grew up in families that were involved with service in some way, and it often seems like the problems can't be solved. It's the old joke, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And I think working in well-focused volunteer groups, and scouting is chief among them, I think it gives us a sense of purpose in trying to make the world a better place for ourselves, our kids, our community at large.
I think service is incredibly important, just given where we are with everything in the world. And exactly what Jim said, we serve on a mission committee at church, and giving back to others is what we do. And whether it's for hunger, whether it's Haiti, it's just something that we do. And I think it's part of being an adult. And I think more than being an adult, it's part of being a human. That's what humans should do. I think we get so tied up in what we're supposed to do and what people expect us to do and what looks good rather than what we should be doing for each other.
We are just very normal people who
Use coupons.
yeah, we're just trying to help. And so it is both humbling and kind of makes no sense to get an award like this, because there are so many people that I met in scouting and in other volunteer efforts who do far more for our community than Chris and I do. I am appreciative of the award. Both Chris and I are very honored, but
We do it because we love it.
yeah, exactly.